What's up guys? So this week I wanted to be opening the starter decks for you guys. It is the holiday season and a lot of people might be looking for some gifts for their friends, or they want to get into Force of Will and they don't know who to get into it with, and you and a friend might be wanting to just buy a starter deck and get into it. So I figured I'd open it for you guys and try to get you guys in the game. You might even just be someone trying to look into getting into Force of Will, but you don't know where to start. I did a video on what to buy if you were getting into Force of Will, but those were before these starter decks. I mentioned that these might replace the ideas I had with the other ones, which the old products of Vingolf and the Alice Cluster decks are still really good. But I actually highly recommend these 5 starter decks as well. So I'm going to be opening them all this week. Hopefully I can get Monday through Friday, one in every single day to just finish them off this week. But it is my 5-year anniversary with my girlfriend tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to film in the morning or not. And Friday is, of course, Christmas, which I celebrate. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a video on that day either. But most likely, if it's early enough in the morning and I can squeeze one in, I totally don't mind doing that for you guys. So starting off with just like the presentation, I think the kind of like the art they use and the style they use for the box is just beautiful. We have Arla the Winglord as the very first one because of course Arla is my favorite ruler out of all of SKL. And the way they kind of did this side diagonal kind of cut where you can see the full image of the ruler and then you can see the actual card, I think is really cool. Little finishes like this where you have the stamp thing but with this little arrow here, and then of course with the stamp, and then it lines out to the name of the starter deck. And it's excuse me, I really like that it just says Force of Will Light Deck and not Arla Deck because it gives new players kind of an idea of what they're getting into. And it specifies, you know, Light Deck, Arla the Winglord, and there's like a little yellow here for, you know, representing light. You can see it here as well. Specifies the language, specifies, of course, Force of Will. The side of it just shows more of just like their little trademark logo and whatnot, and then the back has the full list on there. I also actually quite like how it says plan your resonator plays and get out Gwyber for big attacks. It's like a small, just one little sentence that kind of guides you into what you want to be doing. You can tell that it has a lot of low level drops in there, so the goal is to, you know, of course, drop your low levels, get your Gwyber out, and start pushing in for some damage. It has a lot of great cards, and what I actually really like about these products is I really have to hand it to Force of Will for giving their players 4 of almost all the cards. As you can see, there's like a 4 of, a 2 of, a 3 of, a 4 of, a 4 of, a 4 of. The starter deck is $15. You buy one of it and you're ready to play and practice the game. I wouldn't say any of these decks are specifically like tournament ready, but it's still really good for getting into the game. I got one of each, so I just kind of like the way they look. I kind of like the feel of them. I wanted to be able to open them, but like even though I have all these cards already, I didn't mind spending my money on it because it just, I don't know, there was something about it that seemed really cool. I like that it's just like a perfect packet. I probably will just sleeve these up and just keep them the way they are. And if I ever have a friend come over to my house or something and I want to just play and we just want to play casual, I'd much rather just kind of bust out one of these and, you know, have a random fun deck to just play with rather than always play competitive. So I think in general these are just really great. So I'm gonna be opening it. I think I don't know if I'm gonna quite go over every single card. The list is on the back of the product, and I could always just write it in the description as well. There's like a link to it as well. I haven't opened any of these yet, so I haven't seen what the inside of it looks like. But so we have a little manual. This is kind of just like for reference, of course. It comes with how to play and how to win. It's using the old Faria one as an example, I guess. So it's still the same one as the one that comes in the Alice Melgus deck, but that's always a really good thing to know how to play. Then there's this, the map. I believe this was the map of SKL. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it was. But then it comes with like the map of SKL as your like playmat, so you can have like a playmat. Just to, you know, get a feel for the zones and where the cards would go. And then we have the deck itself. It comes in this little white thingy and you can just pop it out. So the only thing I'm a little surprised about, which I don't think is a big deal at all because Force of Will has always been this kind of game, but is the fact that the ruler itself doesn't come hollow. None of the cards in the set are actually foil at all. So you just get a bunch of non-foil cards, which isn't really a problem. If you're buying a starter deck, the foil shouldn't make or break it. Of course, it just always helps with marketing because it makes it look nice, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. You also will notice that there's no first edition sign in the bottom right of any of the cards because, of course, since these are reprints, it's not first edition. So you have Arla the Humigan of the Sky, and of course Arla the Wing Lord on this side. Like I said, Arla's always been my favorite ruler. I'm not gonna like go over the rulers or the cards themselves. I just want to show you guys what comes inside the box. It's a 4 Celestial Wing Seraph. Of course, the list is on the back, but I thought you guys might want to see the art. If you're new to the game and you don't know any of these cards, this might, the art might get you to want to play the game. The Celestial Wing Seraph is actually the one on the mat. I probably shouldn't cover her face. I'll put it on this side for once. I never put the ruler on the right. But yeah, I got this from Australia. It's a really, really beautiful mat. You get 2 Dignified Seraphs, which of course Celestial Wing Seraph summons when she enters the field. The idea is to swarm the field with a bunch of flyers and then take them out. You have the main monster that was advertised on the box, which is Gwyber. He's your big hitter. You just get as much damage with him as you can, and if they don't have any kill spells or anything, there's no way out of the damage. 4 Heavenly Guardian of Armala. This pumps up your flyers and rests your opponent's creatures. 4 Little Angel of Armala. It has some built-in healing into it, and it's also just a really easy early game monster that does a lot of quick damage with its flying. Light in general has always been kind of the healing deck, if you can say. So if you do like that kind of playstyle, it's a lot of flying, and it's more like off healing. It's never been like the deck to heal with. You don't really heal quite often in Light, but there has been a good amount of healing in Light. Wingman of Armala. He just gives anything flying. You can give it to your opponent's creatures as well to be able to kill it with, of course, Aramis. Aramis is one of the best regalias in the game. What I like about the starter deck too is why I was saying I like that they put so much value inside of it. This ruler itself normally was around like $6, and these bows are like $3 to $4 each. So you pay $15 for the box, and this version of it's not $6. I think it's around $3, but the bows are still $3. So you essentially get $12 and $3 immediately. So you have $15 worth of value. And that's what you paid for the box. So the fact that you got like a whole box with this is really, really cool. Alice's Little Supply Force. These are Twilight Wanderer cards actually. This came out just recently, so it's cool that they mixed in those cards as well. The same goes for Fairy of the Lake. These are from Twilight Wanderer, which is just really cool of them to do because they got released on the same day. They didn't really have to put Twilight Wanderer cards inside, but they did anyway, so I think that's really cool of them. 2 Justice Godsword. This is kind of like a Thunder, but for Light. It's mainly when you're attacking or blocking though, which works just like the bow does. 4 Light Sprite, also a fairy from Twilight Wanderer. Also built in healing, so once again, if you're like a healing type of player, you can look forward to this deck. And 3 Final Word, which is like a defensive card that boosts your blocker. So the 40 card main deck is just very similar. It's a lot of flying, goes really well with the theme. You get the 4 Regalias, you get the ruler, and then the rest of it is just 10 plain Magic Stones of Light. So overall, I think this one is probably my favorite starter deck, just personally. I don't think I haven't really read all the lists on them quite thoroughly, but I think this might be the most competitive one if you wanted to have just like one, just because it is really hard for the other starter decks to stop a lot of flying. But generally, like, the ruler is really good, the bows are really good. If you like that kind of flying playstyle where you're getting in a bunch of damage and your opponent can't stop you with some off heals, this is definitely the starter deck for you. If you're looking for a gift, these are also just really, really great. I don't know, I think anyone would just love getting a starter deck that, like I said, like the art on the box looks so well too, because it's kind of, and like the fact that Forcible is always represented with red kind of goes with the holiday colors as well, so that's always really nice. So if you guys are looking for a gift for a friend for like any of the holidays, or if you're just looking to get into the game, I definitely 100% recommend not only this starter deck but all of them. I hope you guys look forward to opening the other 4, so that would be really cool for you guys too. If you guys have any questions or suggestions or want to know anything else about Forcible, just leave a comment in the comment section below, or check out my channel for like another, I think I have like another 180-ish videos you guys can check out. I actually just hit like 195 uploaded videos. Some of those are Yu-Gi-Oh, but most of them are Forcible. So I'm really looking forward to, after these 5 starter decks, I would have been at 200. So that's kind of just I want to like pat myself on the shoulder for that. So I'm kind of just proud of myself. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do, because there's those 4 starter decks coming as well as a story coming next week. And I will definitely catch you guys next time.